Welcome everyone to Hammered and Cheese. You kill it and we'll grill it.
Where Dino just told me that he likes Bud Light, which means he's coming out.
You know what? That is not what happened. Just to be very clear with everyone, we were discussing how there are some people who enjoy Coors Light, and up here in good old
Are they
Canada,
people? Are those people? Do they count?
they shouldn't vote. Let's
Those are
be honest.
felons.
I mean, barely. But like they couldn't even figure out how to commit a crime. Hi, Victoria. But yeah, it's always described up here as having sex in a canoe because it's effing close to water, and that's what Coors Light is. And Bud Light is, at least they have embraced coming out of the closet, which good for them. You know, somebody has to. It's there's only so much room in the closet, people. You gotta just live your truth. I don't know. I'm very excited to hear about dirty hash brown. What a dirty hash brown is. Well, let's be honest. Hash browns. Have you had McDonald's hash browns recently, Cole? That's a good question.
Oh yeah, I fuck those things up. Whenever I'm up before noon, hell yeah, man. Like that's rare. That's like 3 times a year. But it's it's a patty, you know? It's a patty of fucking potato.
It is. And you know what? Like there's a huge thing, like Victoria and I do love a good hash brown, and Victoria will air fry them, which are fantastic. But like
make them. You want me to change it up? I can make those.
Huh?
You just need eggs.
It's all good. Don't worry, we'll figure that out. But yeah, so that's the next question. Do you have a
there's one, and it's in Chardon, which is the middle of fucking nowhere. Now, okay, if you have followed me for a couple years now, there's this video out on TikTok and Instagram, maybe even Facebook, where before my mom moved up here, she came to visit me, and I forget why we were in the middle of nowhere, because my mom likes to do that weird fucking coupon shop for a sale thing. So we ended up in Chardon, and she drove. I was supposed to be giving her directions, and I was talking rather than giving directions, which is a thing I do. Or I get off topic because I have ADHD and I'm a bad leader. And I was giving her I wasn't giving directions at all. So I was like, you were supposed to turn around back there.
Yeah.
And she was like, fuck. So she turned around and went off the road and got stuck in the mud. And we were stuck there for like 2 hours. There's a video footage of all of this, me and her bickering and blaming each other and blah, 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 all that good stuff. But that was in Chardon. That's where the A&W is. That's a long story to say, yes, we have A&W, but I don't go to it because we get stuck in the mud when we go out there.
That's traumatized. Yeah. So, Victoria, I'm glad she admitted it. Say, Cole, I do that to Dino and he hates it. That's also true. You know what? 'Tis the season. So FYI, guys, we are doing a Halloween episode next week. But Ghostface is, what is your favorite scary movie? Now, I am currently working a haunted castle because I am, well, as you can tell by my face, I'm terrifying. So
and I have a baby mama, which is the same thing.
It's also I feel like that's a different kind of horror show, but yeah, same type of thing, right? Like it's like everyone just pulled up responsibilities. You're like,
like, what is your favorite scary movie? Do you know?
So I have a few. So I'll give a caveat. One movie specifically that I watched in the comfort of my parents' home, middle of the day, under the covers, like it was a perfect, like, happy day. I watched a movie, and I couldn't watch scary movies for 2 years after.
That's your favorite?
Well, it had the most impact.
It's the scariest.
Yeah, and that was Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses. Now,
it's fucked up. Like
it is, and you know what? Like, I had to wait until the second one came out, and then I was like, all right, good. I needed some closure.
No, a little bit of fill in. That's my grandfather's favorite scary movie. The one who made me tackle alligator and who got busted for selling meth recently. Like, yeah, he loves that movie. That's like one of his favorite movies.
I feel like your grandfather may have been Captain Spaulding. I'm just throwing it out there that he may have been one of the main characters.
He's actually a pretty chill dude. Like, he's not that scary of a guy. He's just
No. Well, Captain Spaulding
Out
isn't
there.
scary. He's just a problem. But I would have to, yeah, I would, I would have to say, what I enjoy the most are two movies. Is number one is In the Mouth of Madness with Sam Neill is in it, and he did another one. He's the main character. Is Event Horizon. So they're two. One's sci-fi. One's more like they're both scary, but for different reasons. But those are my two like go-tos that I really enjoy. Ghostface, tell us what yours is. What in the meantime, Cole, what's yours?
My favorite scary movie. I'm gonna answer this in a two-parter, okay? So my favorite scary movie is Scream. It's just a basic scary movie. It's fun.
It's a great movie.
It's a classic, the original one.
Yeah.
But the scariest movie, in my opinion, that I've ever seen was The Skeleton Key. So, you ever see that movie with Kate Hudson? Yeah, that movie fucks me up. And my mom, it takes place in New Orleans, and my mom's like, "Why don't you like New Orleans?" And I'm like, "Because of that movie, mostly." But
listen, it's as someone who respects the usage of voodoo, that is why I'm afraid of New Orleans. That's just or as you like to call it, Nolans. Your mom says, "Oh my God, that was the funniest shit." You have a weird way of perceiving things, Amy. Just, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it is.
Driving a car with you for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's it. That is the worst movie. I mean, yeah, Victoria agrees. I almost walked out of the cinema when I watched House of a Thousand Corpses. I mean, that's fair. Your mom, he beat that charge.
I thought he did time.
Listen, he served.
I don't think he beat that charge.
Also, yeah, Victoria asks, Ghostface is your favorite scary movie, Scream? Which, I mean, you go by Ghostface. I feel like that'd be fair. Also, that isn't even scary. That is someone who does not have a good respect for voodoo. That's it.
It's fucking horrendously scary.
Yeah. Would I go to New Orleans for beignets? I would go anywhere for beignets. They're delicious donuts. Just not to Cole's mom's, because remember she made beignets and then complained about it the whole time because she made
unfilled recipe.
She made unfilled Pop-Tarts is what they were. They were basically fancy crackers.
That was so funny.
Yeah, Insidious is a good scary movie. Insidious is a good scary movie because it had really impactful jump scares that you're like, and also the music is so good.
I don't like to be jump scared.
So this is
the funny fun part of life.
A lot of the people that I'm working with in this haunted castle are theater centric, if that's a word.
Yay.
Theater centric. So
homosexual.
When we were in our like training meeting day kind of thing, they were like, okay, so what are the different ways that you can scare? And like the funny thing is, like when short people go rah, they're like, rah, and you're like, that's not scary to me, because like number one, I could fold you up and put you in my pocket. You're not scary, right? So for me, like being 6'2", 6'3" ish, and 270 pounds and built like a brick wall, like they have me in quite the get up. I have some makeup on and stuff, so it like I just look at people and I don't blink, and then basically I just start growling and I just kind of do that, and people are like, "You're fucking terrifying." I'm like, "Thank you, I appreciate that. It's what I do." And your mom says, "Not for that." I mean, that's fair. Jump scare is a lot easier to swallow than reality scare. I mean, also true, right?
Victoria, I'm gonna let this one pass, but don't say the word swallow to me ever again unless you want me to jump all over that joke, okay? You're my best friend's wife. I will make that joke. I don't care.
Listen, I was having a hard time not making the joke. Serge, what is happening, bro? How are you?
What's up, Serge? How you doing, man?
We are making dirty hash browns today, which so this is the thing is I've talked about it before on this podcast is and Victoria says, okay, thank you, Cole, for the warning. I mean, it's not, see, this is the worst, okay? This is what people need to know about marriage, okay? When you tell your spouse, hey, don't do that, people will take it the wrong way. They'll like, what's the big deal? Now, when someone else, like what just happened, are like, hey, don't use that word. If you use that word, I'm going to pounce. And you don't want that. It's not going to be a fun experience. And she's all like, "Oh, thanks for the warning." Like I haven't warned her multiple times, but that's fine. That's it's called love. It's just got a poke bowl for dinner, spicy crab. I like unpopular opinion. I like crab more than I do a lobster. I find lobster has less flavor, and more so, lobster is a delivery system for melted butter. You know?
Yeah, lobster is just butter.
It's whereas crab, I feel like it has a little panache to it. Hi, Serge. Poke bowls are the best. They're something. I feel like I don't know. They're weird.
I have a
'Cause, like,
Pokeball over here. I don't go to it, but
yeah, I don't think you're their target audience. Let's be
not
honest.
at all.
And just so you
When I
guys know,
walk in to pick up deliveries, they like look at me like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "A DoorDash." They're like, "Oh, okay."
like that explains a lot. And everyone, as well, just so you know, we are both. I'm partially monetized. Cole is fully monetized. So please do not feel shy about. Number one, you could buy us a shot, or if you want to just get a nice little thank you from me, which is thanks, hot stuff, right there. You can get that. So feel free to send us money because we're degenerates, and that's what we're trying to do. Victoria says they're both tasty, different cooking methods: grilled lobster and curry crab. I mean, we did go to when we were in Florida. We went to a seafood place which was heinously overpriced, but it was pretty. It was pretty
for one, and seafood.
Yeah, it was. And the worst part is my nephew, who goes to Florida more often than I do, was like, he's like, go to this place, and I'm like, all right, and I'm like, I'm also unemployed, so I went down there and it was just crazy. RR Solid says top guy look like Cody Floribama Shore. Sure.
I look like somebody from Alabama and Florida at the same time. I can dig it. I'm from Texas, actually.
I feel like that was a compliment more than anything else. That's not,
It looks like he's from the South.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's got no, that's an accurate
Gulf area, Atlantic.
Yeah,
Gulf of Mexico.
That's reasonable.
Have you ever had a lobster roll?
Yeah, I've had some good lobster.
Those are good, dude. Just fucking lobster and mayonnaise on a fucking in bread.
Listen, so one of the places that we like going to, so when we go to the UK, so my wife was born in the UK, so she still has family and stuff like that. It's a show. I promise it ain't bad. Just look it up. Oh, Floribama Shore. It was like supposed to be like a Jersey Shore type of situation, right? Which I feel like there's a lot of cousin sex in that in Floribama.
Duck Dynasty, but
yeah,
Jersey Shore. I dig it. I'll check it out.
I feel like a lot of people who signed up for Duck Dynasty are like, yeah, and you're like, I don't think that was accurate. I feel like it was more like a cookie cutter thing.
My fucking extended family loved that show, though.
Yeah,
you forget my last name. My real last name is Hicks. Okay, they loved Duck Dynasty.
I mean, I feel like it was like a lot of little thing that some people don't know is there are a lot of TV shows that don't make it up to Canada. And that's because like they're very America centric. Like there's a lot of movies. You guys make a lot of movies that suck. And like I find them.
We make the best movies.
Listen,
okay, to be fair, we make all the movies. Okay, there's like 4 movies made every year outside the US. Some of them are gonna suck, okay? Some of them are gonna suck.
And that's fair. That's fair. But it's one of those things that I feel is important to point out that not everything makes it north of the border. Duck Dynasty is a classic comfort show. I mean, it is, but also too, like, I don't know if you guys have seen, there are pictures of like before Duck Dynasty and all those guys were like clean cut and shaven, and like you're like, shenanigans. That's not, you guys made it up, right? Victoria, thank you so much. I appreciate your support greatly. So for this, you get thanks, hot stuff. Mwah. There you go. Here, mwah. There you go.
You gotta eat a mushroom or something,
I'm gonna have to do something. Oh my god, hashtag Joker 2. Joker 2 was so everything I've heard about Joker 2 has been that
I haven't seen it either. I'm just talking shit. But I couldn't get past. I tried to watch the first one. Now this was after the movie theaters, after its theatrical run, so it was already out for like HBO Max or whatever the fuck. I tried watching like the first. This was during COVID too.
Yeah.
I tried watching it, and I got to about 15 minutes in. I was like, "This movie sucks. It's just this bad boy shit." I never watched the first one. I couldn't do it. So like when people are like, "I'm gonna go to the second one," I'm like, "The first movie sucked. Are you kidding me?"
Well, like, and that's the thing is, like, we saw it in the theater, so I'm not gonna walk out of that because I'm cheap. But
Yeah.
like, it was
it bad?
very.
Was
It
the first one
was.
bad?
I don't want to say it was bad, but like, it was very. There was like an artistic element to it and stuff, and you're kind of going like, this guy's losing his shit. So, like, as a quote unquote origin story, I get it. But at the same time, like, the whole point of the Joker is he's not supposed to have an origin. He's not supposed to have that story. He's supposed to be the mystery.
Right.
So it's kind of weird. Yeah. So did anyone watch Joker 2? The answer is no. That's why it's failing at the box office. Booyah. Also got a melon ramune drink. Melon, like, I remember getting a watermelon slush at an Asian tea place, and I'm like, bro, all they did was they just gutted a watermelon and blend the whole thing up. So it's just like
Midori
just sugar
liqueur.
water. No, just watermelon, bro. And it's just like look, and it was, yeah. All of a sudden, I was wired for sugar. I was like, yeah. I don't like where they went with it. I mean, that's fair. No, thank you, Elrad. We appreciate you coming by, brother.
I appreciate you, Elrad. Thank you for watching.
Yeah. So they could have tried to bring it closer to DC Universe, but yeah, well, like, that's the problem. You can't replace Harley. I mean, and also too, like, and listen, Harley,
man, fucking Margot Robbie, she'll be she could be Harley for the rest of her life, and I would watch those movies. And I don't even like those movies. The Harley Quinn movie she did, the little Birds of Prey or whatever, movie is overall kind of shitty, but she's just so hot. You know what I mean? Put her in anything, I'll watch it. I don't care.
Like, there's one side that is she is ridiculously attractive, but also too, she plays a great Harley. Like, she looks like a psycho that would stab you. Like, no, like, she carries around a screwdriver in her boot.
The Jersey accent, right?
Definitely. Yeah. It's where you're like, hey, it's illegal to carry knives, not illegal to carry around a screwdriver. That's just it.
It's illegal to carry knives, but it's not illegal to have a crazy girlfriend who will stab you.
I mean,
I don't know where she got that knife from. I didn't know.
She's not getting arrested. That's the problem. That's the real problem.
Nobody arrests women.
Listen. We want equality in this country, okay, everybody?
Do we?
Not for voting. You could put her in an infomercial. I'd probably leave it on like 100%. Like, listen, bro. There's a lot of people who are fans of Wheel of Fortune for one reason and one reason alone: is who turns those fucking letters.
Right.
Okay. Do you remember when they turned into buttons and people were like, still keep her there? You take her off, everyone's leaving. It's just how it's going to be.
Right.
Victoria says, I just like that Margot Robbie is a Harry Potter nerd.
Ew! Ew! I hate Harry Potter so much. That's
because
every
you have a child.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
They make me watch Harry Potter. I'm starting to think it's a girl thing. I thought it was a specific type of person thing. I think it's just some chick shit.
So
I'm starting to think Harry Potter is a chick flick.
There are two things. Harry Potter. Number one, Harry Potter is Star Wars with shitty swords. That's number one.
Star Wars for girls, right?
There's an entire comedy bit where the guy's like, she didn't write Harry Potter. She wrote Star Wars with shitty lightsabers. That's all it is. But also too, Harry Potter is essentially an indulgence in having superpowers and then being also unaccountable and running wild, right? And which you're like, that's what women do. They're born with superpowers. It's called their business, and they are run unaccountably, and that's, unless they had fathers, then maybe not, but Victoria says, boo, Harry Potter is fantastic. We went to the Harry Potter studio in the UK, and it was awesome.
Fantastic beast. It's a whole. I like the layering you did there, Victoria.
I mean, well, she's very smart. It feeds their reckless nature. I mean, that's the problem, right? And who doesn't like being reckless? It's just that, if you're going to be reckless, you should be held accountable. And, but that's a whole other. Tune into Life of Giants later. I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point. So, Victoria says, "Glad you got that pun."
No, it's weird. I don't like those movies, but I've watched them so many times. I know so much lore. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people don't realize this, but you know the snake at the
Yeah.
very beginning of the first Harry Potter movie that
Yes.
escaped from the zoo, that Harry Potter when he was with his aunts and uncles or whatever. That's
Yeah.
Nagini. That's fucking Voldemort's pet snake. That's the same snake, the one that says thank you. And Harry Potter's like, I don't speak snake, which is
So,
Parseltongue. You know,
FY
I know what the fuck. Yeah, Nagini. Exactly. I
listen,
know what the fuck I'm talking about.
two things. We're still waiting on Ghostface's favorite horror show, so feel free, everyone, if you guys want to comment
Keep
that.
up
But
it, bro.
also, too, I think we just learned that Cole is maybe a closeted Harry Potter freak.
I'm not. I've
Hey,
just seen the
he's
movies
saying
a lot.
I had to see it for
Okay,
the
no.
ladies, but
The real lore is I used to be a simp. That's what it is. I used to be a simp. So I watched these movies for these bitches. They suck. They're terrible. I hate them.
listen, and even Victoria's LOL. You just hate that you're a Harry Potter nerd, Cole. I mean, that's fair.
I'm like a nerd against. I was like kidnapped.
Yeah.
I'm like a nerd against my will. I'm a Harry Potter fan against my will.
I feel like that's dating, though. Dating, you are kidnapped and made to do things that you had never thought. This is the problem,
It's
right?
just I make them watch sports with me, so it is what it is. You know,
That's fair. That's a good trait. Listen, I'll watch Harry Potter, but you got to watch sports and not be all chitty chatty. You got to enjoy the sports. That's a fair exchange, right? Listen, you get one Harry Potter movie with a discussion afterward to talk about what happened and what do you think.
The same length as a basketball game.
And then but then you have to watch a basketball game and no chatty Cathy. That's fair.
Oh my god!
If you tell us you dislike Lord of the Rings,
I gotta be honest with you guys.
Don't be honest. Lie. Just lie.
I would prefer to watch Harry Potter than Lord of the Rings. I hate Lord of the Rings.
Just so you guys know.
I don't like Lord of the Rings, or I'm sorry, I don't like Harry Potter just because I don't get it.
Listen.
But like Lord of the Rings is like stupid. Like it's just dumb. Like I get Lord of the Rings and it's dumb. I'm not a fan at all.
The more you talk, the fewer viewers we get. You dirty
Star
bitch.
Wars is another thing I'm not a fan of as I've gotten older. But that's just because I've gotten older. I'm like, it's for kids. It's like whatever.
Hey,
I like Star Wars. I watch Star Wars with my kid. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, it's kind of dumb. Like anytime they come out with a new one, I'm like, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
I am currently in the process of building Droid Deca, just so everyone knows. Okay. The views expressed by Cole Clayton are not shared by Dino the Genetic Marvel. Are solid. Listen.
I like Fast and Furious and fucking what else do I like?
You're not a grown man. Those are shit movies.
I like Marvel. I like the MCU.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I like watching The Return of the King. Just
The Return of the King. That ending is pretty dope, though. I gotta give them. Of all the things I hate, Lord of the Rings. I hate the three movies of like, oh my god, can we get to the fucking point?
I think
like, to me, Lord of the Rings is as if a girl was telling me a story. Okay, can we get to the fucking point? I feel like Lord of the Rings could have been one movie. I feel like, and not only is the three movies, it's three long ass 3-hour movies. It's 9 hours of content that could have been pieced together a little better.
So everyone is clear. Number one,
Return of the King is a great fucking.
As a service to everyone,
45 minutes of it is pretty good.
Then, as a service to everyone, just so you're aware, next time I see Cole, I will punch him in the stomach, record it as a punishment for saying he doesn't like Lord of the Rings. That's number one. Number two is the March of the Pelennor Fields is one of the greatest cinematic events with music and everything. Like, it is so awesome. Where the horse
came out with the Hobbit series, I lost my shit. I was like, I'm getting a fucking get.
Okay, I'll admit the Hobbit did not have to be that much. It did not. Listen. Let's run around. Let's fucking get to the dragon, and then let's all fight. That's a 4-hour movie. Like, you could have done 2 hours, not 3 hours. Like, that's a little much. However, also too, as well as punching Cole, I will force him to sit down and watch all 3 extended cut versions just to fuck him up.
God, that's like fucking 14 hours of fucking content.
basically, what the fuck? Just for that, if we ever visit, we are going to do a Lord of the Rings marathon and discuss the Silmarillion. There you go. See, my wife understands how spite works.
My ability to talk through content. You forget, I was raised by a woman. I know how to talk through a movie.
Hey,
How
a
to talk
chatty
through a
woman.
movie.
A chatty woman.
A
If you go
chatty
back,
woman on top of it.
listen, if you guys go back in the comments, she was here and she even said, she's like, yeah, no, he beat those charges. It isn't that scary. Like, listen, she's bad judgment, just bad judgment in general. But lo and behold, so we are doing dirty hash browns. Let's get to
It's
I love how
just
you're like,
hash browns,
"Let's do
but I'm
this,
making
bam!"
them.
Yeah. Well, so this is the thing: is that one of the things that a lot of people forget is that something I've talked about here before as well. That's good bacon. Is especially one of my favorite dishes is potatoes and eggs. And potatoes and eggs is basically French fries and egg. Like, so you cook the French fries in a pan and then you add eggs and it turns into one big thing. Now, my wife does it even better where she'll use hash browns and break them up into smaller chunks and then do the eggs as well. We'll throw some feta cheese, some seasoning, and it just is magnificent. Now, potatoes and eggs are epic. See, walkie talkies are neat. He knows. But that's the whole idea is that potatoes. See, this is the thing: is potatoes are vilified throughout modern culture, at least North American culture. When the fact is that potatoes are not a bad thing in any way, shape, or form, and the fact is that if you use potato as your vegetable, that is a problem. They are very powerful.
They're not a vegetable.
They're filler, right? One of the greatest fillers ever, but 100%. Add some hot sauce and shit. I douse that fucker in
It's
hot sauce.
Irish corn.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is like corn is good, potatoes are good, and that's why like a lot of times people forget that like even potato chips are not that bad. Just as long as you're not fried in seed oils and stuff like that. Like there are ways to do it that are good. They're a starch. I know, and they're a root, right? Like, and that's the thing is root vegetables. There's a whole fucking thing on this that vegetables aren't real because potatoes are a root. Like broccoli is a flower. Like all these, like there's a whole big thing where you're like, yeah, no, vegetables is just like a colloquial word that people use. So it's weird, but it's one of those things that people have to understand. So, all right, so we're shredding one potato. Is that a raw potato, Cole?
Yeah, raw potato. What the fuck do you mean? You think I fucking cooked this shit already?
Bro, I don't know what you're doing.
Fucking
listen, I don't know.
Baked potato.
Listen, I don't know what you're doing half the time. And let's be honest, I half expected you to cut your fingers off in that thing, even though, that's ridiculous.
I'm not done it. I'm definitely done it.
Listen,
me and Jack was shredding something. He shredded cheese the other day. He cut himself
damn
on his show. Yeah,
it's honestly like that's the thing is like I learned my lesson on mandolin, and now I always wear the glove because I'm like it's sharp as fuck, and as well, it's scary when you get that kind of.
Jack is props though. He didn't cry or nothing. He's just like, I'm bleeding. I'm like, yes, you are. All right, go tape it up and everything. You know what to do. He's like, yep. And I was like, you fucking champ.
I mean, good for him. You got to learn soon enough.
8 years old, just like.
Are you gonna rinse that out as well?
No, I already watched them.
No. If you rinse it out, you can get some of the starch out of it, and that can actually help. But yeah, you definitely want to pat it dry.
So the idea here is we want to like dry the fuck out of this, and squish it. I already made a bunch for my family earlier. Kind of already letting it chill.
Yeah.
So this is just for show and tell. So we're gonna let that sit there. We're gonna add a little seasoning to it and whatnot.
So one of the things too is if you rinse it out a little bit, Cole, you will find that they can get a little crispier, but dealer's choice.
Everybody telling me, oh, you can get it crispier. Just like my mom was like, if you freeze it, you can get it crispier.
Okay, but you can't trust her advice. She always turns in the mud. That's not gonna work.
She made those fucking beignets that one time.
Those were Pop-Tarts. We all know it.
All right, so
Unfilled Pop-Tarts, which is
want to add some seasoned salt?
hell yeah. Always. And you know what? That's one of those keys that we keep on mentioning, everybody, is make sure everything, if it leaves your kitchen, it should be seasoned. And that's, and also things like cayenne,
Garlic
paprika,
powder.
garlic powder, salt, garlic powder, onion powder,
There she
cayenne,
comes.
paprika.
Here she comes.
Hell yeah. Right? Those are like some basic things that
Jack
will.
asked me to host the show with Jack Jack
Well, you're not.
next Saturday, but you're gonna bring up the one fail I've made in the
You're not
kitchen
gonna make beignets,
like
are you?
30 years. I've got to make beignets.
One
but I
fail?
have to redeem
Mom,
myself.
Mom,
What?
I'm gonna talk to you about your spaghetti. I think that was your one fail. We gotta work on your tomato sauce.
Bullshit with it.
Was it just ketchup? Was it just ketchup?
Bullshit. My first boyfriend was Italian, and
It
they're
was-
gonna taught me how to make it.
It was tomato paste is what it was.
That was not me. That was Gabriel made that last time.
Listen,
I'm not talking about last time. The last time I ate your fucking spaghetti, which was the last time
Oh
I ate
yeah,
your
'Cause
spaghetti.
that sounds like a challenge.
it was a bold-faced challenge.
It is a challenge. You better.
The camera's turned off.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah.
Why we gotta wait till the camera's turned off?
Oh,
What
yeah,
you give a
it's like
fuck?
Hide every screwdriver you have, Cole.
What you ever given a
You want to
fuck?
do that?
We
can
never given a fuck about a witness.
Boy bye.
That's it.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna let that fucking sit there with all that paper towel soak up that fucking
Absolutely.
water.
Adobo is all you need for eggs. Yeah, listen, adobo seasoning, of course. Listen, there is that's the one thing is I find that potatoes and eggs are some of the most versatile foods, yet they have been criminalized in the North American diet, whereas everywhere else in the world is like, bro, potatoes and eggs are the best. Like,
I love that.
bro, I eat a lot of eggs, but like as well, I'm always down for it. Like they're delicious. Why wouldn't I like eggs? Like, come on, don't be ridiculous.
Now we got a mushroom.
mushrooms.
I'm gonna rinse these off actually real quick.
Rinse them off and also peel the tops, sir. That is how you're supposed to do it.
What? Peel them off.
Peel the top, the skin.
I ain't doing all that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Victoria says we are an egg family. We buy at least 42 eggs each week.
Okay, we all knew you were into eggs. Victoria, you're Chinese.
They like eggs too. Yeah. There's no
They eat the fuck out of eggs. They put their eggs in rice. They're like, eggs and rice.
They put eggs in everything.
Bro, everything.
Bro, hilariously, I eat like 4 boiled eggs a day. Like it's not like and that's if I'm gonna be like, I also have potatoes and eggs. And Victoria's like, you have a problem. I'm like, I'm addicted to eggs. I really would like to get some chickens, but apparently I'm not allowed in our area, so it's quite frustrating. Yeah, because I'm within Toronto proper, so
Who the fuck gives a fuck?
I don't know.
I can have chickens in my apartment.
You don't? Okay.
I would have people quiet. That's the only thing.
That's a PSA to everybody. You don't want to have chickens in an apartment. Just in general, that's a bad idea. Don't have chickens in there.
As long as you keep them quiet, it's not against the law here.
Victoria says we should get ducks.
Duck. Dude, duck is so good. Duck eggs are good too.
I really want. I need you to get your passport just so I can take you for some good Peking duck up here. The problem is I don't know good restaurants down there to take you to, and we end up just drinking and eating wild food. So like, there's been a couple times we went for like midnight tacos.
You're like, it's not we, it's you, it's your ass. You're like, what do you think about this place on DoorDash? Dude, I don't fucking know. It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm usually in bed by now.
Listen, it's called being a good host, sir. Maybe you should try it sometime.
Being a good host.
Yeah, ducks are actually, that's interesting that you would say that, Victoria. So ducks are way cuter and they're like guard dogs. There is a prison in this, I want to say the States, just because you have so many, but I think it may have been further in South America or Central America, where instead of guard dogs, they started throwing geese and ducks into the like the the fence, the second, like the little barrier fence in between the yard and the wall. And they would have the ducks patrol there, and like, bro, ducks will lose their shit on you.
Dude, if you fucking use the guard goose, just like even if I wasn't planning to break into your house, I am now because you have geese. I'm like, I have an opportunity to kill a goose now. Like, fuck this shit, dude.
Well, okay, just so you guys are aware, my friend up here did post today that he could take on 42 geese, which I'm like, you can't.
Yes, you can, dude. Yes, you can.
Nope. Listen, you got to understand, is up here we know geese as a different name, and it is cobra chicken because
Chicken.
because they will fuck you
What's
up.
called
They're
something
aggressive.
else here? It starts with the N word.
That's wildly inappropriate. I love it. It's good. Good times. Good times. But yeah, no, it's that's why I'm wondering. The problem is, like, we have a lot of bastards in the area, and I feel that number one, they may try and steal my ducks or chickens.
Where do you guys get the bastards, bro?
Well, like, I'm right
No,
on
I'm
the
a
edge.
bastard, right?
I mean, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Let's be honest. That's okay. I had a father. You were hatched, so whatever. That's fine.
I was not hatched.
Mm,
I'm a product of after school activities.
after, I feel like it wasn't after school. It was instead of school activities. But yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, school was missed. Let's be honest. It was it was one of those things. But yeah, no, everyone, that's so we have mushrooms, we have bacon, we have shredded potato, we have seasoned it, we are drying out the potato, and now we are going to make things. What else we adding? Got the mushrooms. What else?
Mushrooms. I got a little spinach.
Spinach. Listen, I love adding spinach and onion. Absolutely fantastic. I love adding spinach to stuff just for the simple fact that it's a great way to watch things just shrivel up. And you're like, I put like an entire bushel of spinach, and now I have like a small cup of cooked spinach, and it's hilarious to me. But yeah, no, spinach is great. It's a good leafy vegetable for magnesium, zinc, and a few other things, right? And it my wife likes to put it in smoothies, and I think she's a bad person. Because it's sneaky, but you know, it's good for us.
It could be kale.
Yeah, well, her parents would throw her out. I wouldn't even have to lift a finger on that one. If you threw kale in a smoothie, like, you're bad. You're a criminal. You're a bad person. That's accurate. You know. But I mean, it's good. Victoria says my smoothies are effective. Inside joke, everyone. I remember
Effective? Like what are they affecting?
they make you poop. That's basically what it is. But I remember once Victoria had made me a smoothie before I went to work, and I was like, cool, because we were trying like the different breakfast type stuff, right? And smoothies aren't actually good for you. Just an FYI, everybody. If you make it at home, it's just blended stuff. Ooh, you're adding some jalapenos. I love it. That being said, I had to call her, like, I emailed her in the middle of the day, and I was like, listen, I can't shit this much at work. Like, I'll get in trouble because she made me a smoothie and then I pooped like 9 times at work, which I'm like, I am committed to pooping at work. I'll tell you that much. Like, you know, my boss makes $1.
Sorry, I didn't want your smoothies, man.
I mean, they work. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in my boss makes $1 and I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time. But like, you know, 9 times, we're gonna have a meeting about your pooping. That's too much. It's too much poop. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Speaking of,
What we got? Some sausage.
So, oh man, being aggressive, I like it.
So that whole like half chub of sausage in there. Getting
I mean,
that chub going, you know.
I like it. I think that idea of like a tube of sausage meat is like without the sausage link is good. I enjoy that.
I don't like sausage links like that. It feels too like manufactured.
Mm-hmm.
Sausage like still too manufactured, you know?
Sorry, guys. I'm eating some. What am I eating?
Who's watching right now? We got a couple of watchers going. Somebody comment.
Yeah, please.
Tell us about yourself.
Tell us what your scary movie is. It's October.
Right, and like, share, and subscribe if you can. We would appreciate it.
It's the least you could do, everyone. Come on. We're going to teach you how to cook. It's only fair that you contribute this way. Okay. Victoria sent me $3. Kidding me?
Yeah,
Come
send money, like whatever, you know.
I mean, sometimes you just have to, people.
Send us your spare change.
Now I can use it for bus fares. Perfect.
It like yeah, Obama. It's time for a change.
That is not how that works, sir.
Time for some change.
Speaking of, everyone, in a couple of Tuesdays, there's something happening. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but it's going to be an eventful Tuesday where we're going to go extra long. And it should be fun. This is a horrible idea. I really shouldn't eat on camera.
You're eating right now?
I'm eating a bunch of nuts.
Here's nuts.
So in 2 weeks, guys, Hammer and Cheese is going to try something a little different. So make sure you tune in and subscribe, because then you can even click that little gay bell that's on the side of anything, so you get notification when we do a full bell pepper. Interesting.
What were you talking about? We're gonna do something weird.
On November 5th. Okay. Next week we're gonna have a Halloween special, and then the week after that is November 5th, which I'm not sure if you guys know. There's a thing going on. A thing that's apparently quite important. So we'll see how that goes. But it should be a fun time. All right. We got everything is in the pan. Everything is happening. It's very exciting. Also, did you put the mushrooms in there too with everything?
I did, yep.
Jesus Christ. The reason they call it dirty hash browns is because it is got everything. Now, we bought pumpkin seeds the other day, and that's what I was eating. They're pretty good. They're enjoyable.
Yeah, baked pumpkin seeds. Yeah, they're so good, dude.
That's the thing is, like, a lot of people don't realize, like, that's a good, decent snack, but like, you forget that the portion size is like a third of a cup, which is like basically just the palm of your hand. Whereas I'm like, I'll eat like half a package and be like, oh yeah, it was great. And they're like, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I do it too.
Yeah. That's why, like, a lot of times people don't realize that portion control is it's very important. And if you don't do that, like, you get uber fat. Trust me, I was there. I used to be 500 pounds. So
I used to do shit like that. I used to be like, how do people eat like only like how do people eat this much? Only this little. And then I started only eating like that little, and I'm like, okay, all right, this is normal amount of food. I get it.
It's a weird thing, but like, ultimately, yeah, you gotta do more stuff. And like, eating food, there's a few TikTokers that do like 100 what is 100 calories kind of thing, and then they just start like measuring out like it's 2 gummy worms. You're like, get the fuck out of here. I've never eaten just 2 gummy worms in my entire life. Like, it's just garlic. Delicious. Oh Jesus!
Throw a whole garlic in there.
That's a lot of garlic. I have full respect. Love it.
It'll cook up.
I mean,
Season that shit. A little bit garlic powder.
yeah, absolutely. garlic powder, onion powder, all sorts of shenanigans. So make sure you hit up our channels, guys. It's sniffing glue _22 and Dino the Genetic Marvel. Please subscribe to both. Otherwise, that makes you a bad person. Just to be very clear.
You're a terrible person if you don't subscribe.
If you don't subscribe, like, listen, it's one thing to not send us money, but to not even subscribe or like the video, like, hey, we can have another conversation and find out why you're a bad person, but that's fine. No, it's a reasonable thing. I find that a lot of people, like, I like a lot of stuff on the internet, and I'm like, yeah, likes are free. Subscribing is free. It's not like
I like everything. So I get such a bad habit of liking stuff that I'll like something before I even know what it is, and then I'll watch the whole thing. I'm like, you know what? Unlike.
I have done that too. The Queen of Ice says he be eating good. I mean, both he and I are eating good. Trust me. We both used to be very fat. Now we're both less fat. He's even less fat than I am. What did you weigh in the other week?
I'm like 259 right now.
Dirty slut. I weighed in today at 284.
Bro, it keeps like going up. What's going on, man?
So this is the thing: is my gut is getting smaller, and like even Victoria was like your. He goes, why is your leg not as tight as before? I'm like, that's because fat's disappearing. She's like, oh, that's a good thing. I'm like, yeah, but it's gross. So, yeah, because it's just weird, right? But like, that's the thing is like, when I'm working, I'm walking like 9,000 steps a day. Plus, like while I'm standing there, because I'm there for like 5-6 hours, I'll do like little like squatting exercises, stuff like that. And then I'm working out daily as well. So I'm like, I'm getting in better shape. But at the same time, I'm not really moving weight wise. And like, that's the thing is like, originally my goal was to see if I could get under 200 pounds or something.
Well, you're working out now. You're like lifting and shit. You're not big muscles. So
that's why like, we actually found, it's a shout out to the fitness. What is it? Treadmill Depot. I think we went to her, the fitness treadmill place. Anyways, we found a new workout gym supplier type place, and they had like some really cool stuff, and they were reasonably priced. So I got my first ever, like, I have dumbbells, but I bought a kettlebell, and I've been using that, and that's been pretty interesting. We all weigh the same, and that weight is fat. That's fine. It's okay. Listen, I feel like, and I was talking about this with a few people at work, whereas the whole idea of like, it's not about your weight necessarily, like that has a contributing factor, but as well, it's like, are you active? Do you have, are you able to move? Because like when your weight starts impacting your ability to move, that's when it's a problem, right? And that's, some sharp cheddar. I love it. But that's one of those things. It honestly, it bothers me so much when you cut it that way, when I'm like, because I don't, and I feel like a jackass for not having cut it that way. But yeah.
How do you cut it?
Like I open the wrapper.
Oh.
And that's worse. It's not a good way of doing it. But yeah, Queen of Ice. Yeah, no,
There's a easier way to do it. I figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, and I applaud you for that, sir. But yeah, Queen of Ice, it's more so like I used to be 500 pounds, and like then like my life was just, I was gonna die, and I was like, I get motivated by spite, so I was like,
right here.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of that in my universe, but not like in a bad, like I don't feel bad, like I'm not angry at people, I'm more just disappointed.
I feel like spite has like a base. And you're like, okay, I know what I'm working with. Let me do that. Let me do better than that. You know?
Well, and that's the thing is like everyone's heard the statement. It's like nothing tastes as good as feeling thin does. And you're like, yeah, but have you had pizza? Because that's pretty,
good pizza too, like really good pizza, like pizza down in Little Italy.
Oh, that was a good pizza. And we didn't even eat it right away. We took it home and then ate it. It was still really good.
Cold, right?
It was not warm, but it wasn't cold.
Like, it was like room temperature
Yeah, it was still good. This is great pizza. And that was after we had beef dip, cannolis, some lobster tails, the dessert. We went to a dessert place and I bought a bunch of stuff. And then Cole posted how he had a great date with an old man and he didn't have to have sex. And then every woman he knows was like, "You're gonna have to fuck that old man." I was like, that's
That's
rude.
their experience, not mine. They're
I
just
mean,
mad that that was their experience.
that's like, listen, give your local fat guy a shot. He may not try and abuse you after.
Right, yeah.
50-50 though.
That,
No, I'm not.
that makes you a simp, you know.
Yeah. You opened your home and let me stay there for free, and then we went out to eat, and I'm the simp. Yeah, no, that's fine. Not an exchange of services, sir. That's fine. That's totally reasonable. But I don't know. That food looked good, man. Now, what's next? What are you doing here?
We're gonna take all this out of the pan because this is all our filler, and we're gonna throw our potatoes in.
All right. It is. I feel like calling it potato time isn't a real thing, but that's fine.
Potato time.
I mean, all time is potato time, officially.
I don't know, man. I dated an Irish girl. I'm kind of over potato time sometimes.
I mean, I understand, but like, it's just so much better.
My kid is half Irish, so like we have enough potatoes in my life.
I mean, as long as you're not a potato, it's okay. That's the way I see it.
Was a potato.
We both were, sir. I was like a whole field of potatoes. It's a lot.
Yeah, big ass fucking vat of fucking shredded potato. I'm gonna let this pan heat up. Throw a little oil in there. What I got? I got pure vegetable oil. Bam. One of them.
That's not a good thing, but okay.
You know.
We'll work with it.
The good stuff.
I mean, like, listen.
Seed oil.
Seed oils are not good for you in general, everyone. But work with what you got. Same thing with canola oil, and Canada is one of the biggest producers of canola oil. I think possibly in the world. We have a huge canola oil.
Oh, this is Canadian. Never mind. Get something better. Get peanut oil. Peanut oil is good though.
I hope you. Peanut oil has a higher threshold for temperature, so it's really good to deep fry. But then everything tastes a little bit like peanuts, which I'm not against. Don't get me wrong.
And if you're allergic to peanut oil, well then
maybe life isn't for you. Your line, hey, your line is weak, and you are a burden on society. Take your non-peanut eating bullshit somewhere else. That's my
exactly. Facts.
Okay. Absolutely not. I'm not going to stand for that bullshit. At the same time, listen, I know allergies are real, but get the fuck out of here. Can't have peanuts.
The same thing with people who are allergic to fish. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't even want to hear shit.
Bro. Also, you want to hear something really hilarious? Is if you are allergic to shellfish, which a lot of people are, you can't really have pre-ground coffee because I'll tell you why, and you're not going to like it. Do you want me to tell you anyway? I'm going to.
I don't give a fuck.
So, is that pre-ground coffee and peanut butter actually does have a government mandated acceptable level of insects in it?
I don't doubt it at all.
Yeah, that's just food processing.
I've heard that about chocolate too.
Chocolate too. And that means because the fact is that there are a lot of insects that share the same allergens that you would find in shellfish. So you can't really do that. Potatoes are the best. I mean, potatoes and eggs. I feel like potatoes and eggs should be a fight.
I feel like I'm gonna make eggs with this.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. Did you ever tell Cole about 10% poo? I haven't. I'm saving that because
10% what?
10% poo.
I don't know if I want to hear this.
Well, are you a fan of ice cream?
Sure.
Okay. So, are you a fan of soft serve?
I mean, I like it, but I wish I didn't.
Okay. So, soft serve One of the reasons why McDonald's machines are always quote unquote down, people, is because they really, really have to be careful and clean that out actively, because it has hot items that go in and then cold items that go out. So what happens is that is a breeding ground for bacteria. That being said, it's a restaurant and people are gross. So when there was a quote unquote investigation of like ice cream trucks that sell soft serve and stuff like that, in general, they found that there was a significant up to and surpassing 10% fecal matter in soft serve. So what that means is if you get soft serve from a non-reputable truck, there is a chance you're eating 10% poop. And good luck with that. So yeah,
That's terrible.
it is terrible. But you
I
know,
mean, they find fecal matter on like ketchup too, though. Like those ketchups that are in the bottle on a plate, they find all that on there too.
there
I
was
don't
a whole
recommend if you get
Yeah.
if they have like pre-opened mustard and ketchup on your table, don't use that.
also too, if you have a
I'm
bathroom,
a mayonnaise guy. They always have mayonnaise for whatever reason. The mayonnaise is always in the back.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm like, can I get some mayonnaise?
That's fair. Victoria says, Cole, your fried potatoes look delightful. That's also true.
They're getting there. They're getting there.
Samwise would be proud of your potato-ness. Potatoes.
Potato.
Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. It's one of the greatest inventions of all mankind. I'm telling you.
Lord of the Rings reference.
It made those
That's another
Irish
thing that
people.
I don't like, that I know a lot of the lore.
You know what? It's the only reason why you're not dead yet is because you know the lore. So let's
I
just
think-
calm down.
I think the thing here, my problem is, before I hate something, I figure everything out about it and then decide to hate it, which is not normal.
Ooh, yeah.
It's not normal. I feel like that's the only way you should be able to hate something. But
Yeah.
like that should be the only right way to hate something. But I feel like that's not normal. Most people hate something and don't know shit about it.
Yeah, it's a problem. Like, look, that's the thing is, if you're going to hate something, you should know what you're hating in all of its depth, right? So, that's you're not wrong. You know that is a fair point, because if you hate something and you don't know about it, then you're just a piece of shit, right? Now, let's be honest, there are a lot of people who are pieces of shit out there. Me included sometimes. What can I say? But you know.
But the problem is I'll know a lot, and then people are like, it doesn't sound like you hate it. Like, yeah, I fucking hate the fuck out of it. I want
I
to
hate-
hate it accurately.
Yeah, I don't willy-nilly hate things. I hate things on principle.
Right.
It is I will
work
burn
hard
it
to
down.
hate.
Yeah, I work hard. I make sure I hate accurately, because you know it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's I that's one of the things that I'm actively trying to do, is where I'm like, no, I preserve my peace. That's what I'm doing with things. I'm not trying to you know, that's why when people are like, oh, you're like this, and you're like, I will punch you in the throat just so you stop talking. I don't really care about your opinion. It's just not important to me. But you know, a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand how important it is that, like, and that's why, like, comedians who are good comedians who joke about very risky topics, they make sure to go the extra distance and know exactly what they're talking about, because, well, people who are fans of things also don't know enough about it, because there is a lot of generational indoctrination that happens in general, and that's for politics, religion, all sorts of reasons, right? So that's why is do the research, take the time to learn about stuff, because if you don't know, then you should be able to defend yourself in conversation and discussion. Not that you should be having arguments, but you know, because look, if you can't have a proper discussion with somebody and communicate why you agree or disagree with something, then why do you have a fucking opinion? Right?
Well, I run into a lot of people who are like, why? I run into a lot of those, thinking that that's like checkmate. I'm like, all right, I'll tell you why.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because fuck you, that's why. No.
Why? Why don't you like it? I'm gonna tell you why right now. I'm gonna tell you everything I know about it. This is why it's dumb.
I like to know about stuff, but then still sound like I'm an idiot. So like when people are like, "Why don't you like it?" I'm like, "Because I heard it was only for criminals," and they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, yep, that's the only reason.
No,
That's the
my
only
problem
reason.
is everybody already thinks I'm an idiot, which is why they say, "Why? Why don't you like it?" Because they think I'm dumb.
Yeah,
And then
you're
I
not-
school them, and they're like,
Yeah.
"I don't even know what you're talking about."
Listen, guys. One of the key benefits of YouTube is that it will tell you about a subject, so you don't have to read. It's very useful.
Yeah,
It's-
reading. Yeah, that's honestly, if it wasn't for the internet, I probably would be dumb.
I mean,
I
that's
spent a lot of time on the internet.
yeah, but that's also a two-edged sword. Let's be honest. It's one of those things that are tricky. But yeah, no, it's 100% one of those things. So
I don't know what you're talking about two-edged sword. It's worked out great for me.
yeah, but also too, like your mom thinks her Pop-Tart beignets were good, and you're like, maybe the internet
No,
said
she
so.
doesn't. She knows. I told her enough.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That is not unreasonable, sir. I think the whole world told her, but that's fine. She deserved it.
She saw it. She knows.
I love how at the end she's like, "Well, this isn't my recipe, so who knows?" And you're like, "Why are you cooking then? That
She
doesn't make
does.
any sense."
She did ask though. She was like, "I just found this off the internet. I'm gonna try it. Why don't you use your recipe?" "Oh, I don't want to share my recipe on the internet."
I mean, you know what? It's like I'm holding a secret that nobody cares about. Like, why would you care? What's the
That's the
big
big thing. Well, like with this older generation too, they're like, "Oh my, I gotta keep my secret." Nobody cares. Like people are so lazy now. You could tell them exactly what the fuck your recipe is, and they still be like, "Can I buy it? Can I buy it from you?"
You know
Yeah.
I didn't do my beignets.
I know you did.
But you know why I did.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Why?
I was sicker than a fucking dog.
Were you?
You don't remember that.
No, I
I
don't. remember.
told you the night before there's no way I could do my
I don't
recipe.
even remember my
because
kid's
you
birthday
have
like
to
that.
Prep
So.
the dough beforehand.
But
And so you now you're just being a douche because I don't to even be on the dumb show.
oh, dumb show.
Yeah, dumb.
You wanted to be on it.
Boy, you're fine now. You'll be stealing next.
You wanted to be on it.
You are so full of shit.
Me?
Yeah,
You mean I'm full of shit?
Yes, you're full of shit.
I don't think so. Boy,
Jesus Christ.
I think you always say you're sick as an excuse in case the shit goes wrong.
Bro, I literally am. I'm actually
I'm sick. I'm sick.
You're going to hell.
I'm so sick.
You're going to hell.
That's okay. And then when
Right.
it goes good, you're like, "Yeah, how did I know sick?" But when it goes bad, you're like, "I was just so sick."
It's yeah. Listen, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started because you know what? By the time she gets back, it's gonna be what I'm saying. So I don't want to cause problems. That's fine. Just there you go.
I'm so sick. I did that.
Hey,
Look at me.
no domestic violence. No domestic violence. You
You're just mad because your mom doesn't speak to you.
Oh,
keep your fingers to. Hey, my mother loves me. Maybe you should read her book.
That's not what she told me.
ooh.
My mom would not talk to you, Amy.
Dino is his mom's funny guy.
What the fuck does
That's
that mean?
because she said
Yeah.
he's my funny guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm not touching that one, Dino. And good luck
Yeah.
in therapy.
I'm-
Damn.
She didn't say my sexy guy. She said my funny guy. That was a compliment, you weirdo. Jesus Christ.
We're not.
Your mom needs to talk to somebody.
We're not touching it.
I mean, for someone who doesn't touch things, you touch a lot of stuff.
Just touches him right now.
Jesus, just keep your hands to yourself for 10 minutes. God, that's why you have 19 children.
Shut up. Nobody likes you.
Everyone loves me.
What
Oh,
Listen,
you're
everyone,
telling the truth. Shut up.
If you want to act out of spite, subscribe to my channel as well as Cole's just to stick it to Amy. That's fair. Okay.
What?
It's a stick it to Amy.
Why did it stick it to me, dumbass?
Because everyone likes us. We're awesome.
I'm okay with that. I'm not jealous of my kid. You might have a really strange mother, because I'm not jealous of my kid. I kind of wanted to succeed. Is that not a family value y'all share?
You know what you could do is act like that, and then people would believe you.
Never encountered your mom on this show, Dino. or any of your other shows. Yay!
Why would I involve my mother? Are
that's
you
gotta- that's
mental?
gotta-
I'm hurt at night.
She's like 100 years old. She doesn't know how to work the internet.
Yeah.
If she knows how to work
So-
the microwave, she can work the fucking
To
internet.
be fair, I had to teach you how to work the internet.
Amy, I feel like your mom has to understand that my
I'm just
mom,
teaching you how to use the internet. But don't lie.
Amy, so you
I
understand.
don't
when-
remember what, but I know I've had conversations with people.
What did you talk?
I don't fucking know what I've taught you.
Now you haven't teaching me about
I taught you
YouTube because I wasn't interested.
the internet.
But I actually learned from Dino.
Mom, I teach you how to do
Ironically
taxes.
Don't bring me into this. Jesus Christ.
1998.
Wrong, too, by the way.
Hey.
Wrong. Fucking wrong. I've been doing my taxes since like 2012,
Hey,
and I was doing them way better than you.
also too, I feel like
You don't get my tax refund.
Because I get way better tax refunds
Okay,
than
I
you
tell
do.
you what. Next year, I will put my tax refund up next to you. How's that sound?
Okay.
listen, so everyone knows the reason
What
my
matters?
mom isn't
Why?
on any of my shows is because she waited to
Do you hear him?
Listen. Hey, Amy, stop
It's
talking for
Yeah,
2
he's like
seconds.
Donald Trump after the. Have you been to his rallies? Ah! The debate.
10 years later, it's like, my mom loves me. Okay.
Listen,
Does she?
go back to your seat.
Some people
Jesus Christ.
He like.
Listen, this is directly
Kamala Harris is Donald Trump for sure.
listen.
No,
This is
know what
hey,
the fuck.
Did you
listen.
watch the debate?
I mean, look, it's obvious. Amy, you should understand the reason my mom isn't on my shows is because she waited to have kids until she was out of high school. So she's at an age where this wouldn't be her forte. Okay, that's what I want to say.
Try to get it over with. Rip the fucking band-aid off. Man.
That's how you have healthy children is in high school.
You were healthy, yeah, exactly. Actually, do you know
You have a perfect womb by at that time.
I don't think we should like encourage this. Actually, now that
Dang, that's the best time to have children.
it is, but I still don't think we should be encouraging
Scientifically
this.
speaking,
I know, but it's still wrong. To promote
we
this.
gotta stop letting women think that they can work.
Oh my God! So you want me to refuse the job offer I just got?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, no,
You
because
don't
I don't want.
fucking
I
mind?
don't want to take care of your kids.
I feel like this show is going great. Just so everyone knows.
But that's what you get for waiting 35 minutes to even start cooking, fool. The hunger has gone to my brain.
We've done
Why
that.
are you talking still? Jesus
I know,
Christ.
and I'm trying to convince you that it's a bad idea.
You're a bad
It's not
idea.
gonna work because you live in my house.
I am gonna have to come in here and start refereeing. It's clear.
No, you live in my house, bitch.
Excuse me, bitch. I pay bills here too.
That doesn't matter because
Jesus Christ.
Thanks.
because
That's why I'm never
I
letting go.
make you pay
I am
bills.
never going to let go of the Kyle thing, saying that you take care of me. That's
But I
No.
make you pay bills here.
you make me. Boy, I voluntarily.
If you don't pay bills here, you have to move out.
Literally, I paid more than what you asked me to pay.
I don't know about all that.
You didn't want me to help pay the electric bill. I give you gas money, even though I rarely go anywhere with you anymore.
I don't know why
You
you
didn't
give me
have
gas.
all that.
I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't know. She's trying
In
to,
any case,
argue, make a
in any
point.
case,
But she's a woman, so.
oh my God, if you don't
I mean,
Oh, I vote for Kamala.
I'm not going to vote this year, remember?
is she voting for? Oh God. Hey, Just-
Ohio won't let me get an ID here. They're making me legally change my name.
that's probably for the best.
I can register to vote. Like,
We're in a red state. We're racist, and we're not letting you vote because we're racist.
I guess. I
Probably for the best.
can't
That's right.
believe Clay never told you that story, you know?
Oh, I'm sure he has. Just so you know,
It's
w-
crazy.
the
It
the
is
most
Next
recent.
to my plate.
I gotta take a
Everyone
picture.
stop.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
It's a fun
just-
place.
It's
Hey,
not, though.
It is.
It's not.
Hey, so everyone knows.
I'm from-
Comment up there.
Just-
Jerry, Jerry,
No,
Jerry,
the way that-
Jerry.
Oh, you didn't chop up any ham and put it in.
I don't want no ham.
Oh my
You talk about
God.
how ham's bad for you?
It is so bad.
You remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Give me my plate.
Yeah, try it first. All right, Dino.
Yep.
That's a terrible picture.
Oh my God. Can you just tell her that just to calm
Go
the
away,
fuck
Mom.
down?
No, fuck. You go away,
Mm-mm.
please. Oh, pretty please.
Fucking hungry, asshole.
Whose fault is that? Sounds like my fault. You could have eaten all day. You ordered groceries and shit.
Yeah, but I knew he was cooking, so
Hash browns.
this is a meal, bro.
Oh my. All right. There we go. So get the pictures here. Jesus
I gotta
Christ.
try it first. Everyone's because it's hot plate.
Make sure she coughs her. All right, let's see here. All right, guys, we're gonna add some pictures up. There we go. All right, so here's the picture, everyone. They're eating dirty hash browns. They look delicious. And let's get a taste test. And out of 10, what are we giving?
For hash browns, I'll give it a 10, bro.
All right, now we're talking. And what? Jesus
I need
Christ!
fork.
Make sure I would shove that fork right up my nose.
Not fire from your ass.
Well, everyone, that's it from Jerry today. We'll be back next week. It does look delicious. It looks better than Denny's. That is high praise. So everyone, just to let you know, we will be back next week. We are going to be doing a Halloween special. So please come ready and to have fun and shenanigans. In the meantime, subscribe to sniffingglue_22 and Dino the Genetic Marvel on all platforms. So please hit us up and you can message us or you can send Cole all your wiener pics. He does a judging contest every Sunday. So feel free. Listen, you made me fucking live through that shit that just experienced
your vagina pics and watch his wife fucking spaz out and he ends up with a divorce. Ha 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 ha. Try me, bitch. You're gonna be living in my house next. You're gonna be living in my apartment without a green card. You're gonna be here without, like, you're not even gonna be allowed. It's gonna be Trump's fucking candidacy. So they're gonna be trying to get you. ICE is gonna be showing up, knocking on my door, talking about, do you have an immigrant in your house?
That's 100% accurate. That's exactly what's going to happen, everyone. So please subscribe and tune into our shows. We are posting daily. So please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers. If you want to really piss somebody off, let us know who they are and we'll come after them. In the meantime, have a wonderful day and we will see you guys later.
Later.